Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're asking the question, do foreigners with house books have an advantage with regard to banking? As we've discussed in other videos, we're talking about insurance for bank deposits here in Thailand. I started going down this rabbit hole after I read a comment that said, oh, bank accounts in Thailand are not insured. Not strictly speaking true. But for foreigners, the insurance can be, well, tremendously truncated. In fact, for a foreign account, it may not, for an account of a foreigner in Thailand, I should say, it may not be insured. And I'll get into this. Quoting directly from the website of the dpa.or.th, that's the Deposit Protection Agency here in Thailand. I've done other videos on this. I'm not going to quote this whole thing again, but I'm going to quote what's relevant. Foreigners with Thai baht deposit accounts at member financial institutions in Thailand are also protected under the Deposit Protection Agency Act. However, non-resident baht accounts, quote unquote, as defined in the Exchange Control Act, BE 2485, that's 1942, are not protected. So they go through what's a non-resident baht account is a special type of deposit account denominated in Thai baht that is used solely for transactions as specified in the Exchange Control Act. A non-resident means, and then 1, it's like corporations. 2, foreign government entities. 3, branches and agents of domestic juristic persons located outside of Thailand. And then finally, most importantly, I think for the purposes of this video, natural persons not of Thai nationalities and not having an alien identity or residence permits. Okay, what does that mean? I got to be honest with you on this one, I'm really asking the question. I'm going to go through and do a little bit of analysis, but I don't know the answer. So I may go ahead and do a further deep dive and do a follow-up video on that. But the question is, it regards house books. So for those who are unaware, there are these things in Thailand called Tebian bonds, which is a house registration book. It's, for example, Thai nationals have a blue Tebian bond. I look at it as kind of like an ongoing census, if you will. People have to, it's like, and it's also kind of the root Thai identity document. If you're born Thai, you get a birth certificate, and then almost immediately you're going to be put likely in your family's blue book, in your family's house registration book. That lets the authorities know where your house, where your address is registered here in Thailand. Now, as we've discussed in other videos, there is what's called a yellow book, which under the Civil Registration Act of 1991 was created to allow foreign nationals who don't hold permanent residence to have an ID book, to have a house registration book. Now, bear in mind, permanent residents in Thailand, that's not who we're talking about in this video. I'm making a video specifically pertaining to those folks. Permanent residents in Thailand get a blue book. And as noted, permanent residents, it looks like, are already treated as if they were Thais for purposes of bank deposit insurance purposes. This video, though, we're talking about yellow book holders. Are they covered? It looks like they are. Again, it says, have and not having, so we have to figure out the people who do have either one of these things, having alien identity or residence permit. Well, an alien identity document, in my mind, would be a yellow house book. It's specifically for aliens. It's for foreign nationals here in Thailand. One may make the argument in favor of pink ID cards as well, which oftentimes stem from having a yellow house book. So I don't know the answer to this per se. It would seem from just the reading of this website that that would be the case. But as we've discussed in other videos, for example, in an immigration context, the yellow house book has no impact because the Civil Registration Act of 1991 is not the Immigration Act of 1979. In this situation, we're talking about banking. We're not talking about conflicting statutes. We're talking about banking specifically. And it appears, again, they say here, alien identity or residence permits. Again, we'll get to residence permits in a separate video, but I think you can make a good argument that a yellow house book and a pink ID card are, in fact, alien identity documents. Now, that said, whether or not banks agree with this or there's subsequently been some other regulation pertaining to this remains to be seen. I'll do some further research, and we'll certainly keep you updated on this channel as that situation evolves.